There isn't a hell because God's up there taking numbers and he went to mass and did these things, but he didn't do these things. That's not why there's a hell. There's a hell because a loving God respects our freedom. He stands at the door, Jesus says, and knocks. He doesn't barge in and say, you will like what I'm offering. And beatings will continue until morale improves. That's not who the Lord is. He's a gentleman, so to speak. He knocks, he whispers. Satan is the one who yells and is in your face all day, with all the lights and all the, just a constant barrage of culture. So the Lord is gentle. And so the question is, do we want what he's offering? Okay. And I think that's a better way to cast it than it's the idea that some people are too stupid. They have to know all the technicalities of law. Or they have to know every single rule right down to a T. I don't think that's the case. But the question is, is my heart conformed increasingly to what God is actually offering, namely heaven and the glory of heaven and the things of heaven, which isn't just my own designer paradise. It has certain metrics. It is what it is. And so we can develop that, but I just want to get back to the main heart of your question, which is that if we emphasize too much all the technicalities of the moral law, I think we go back into the weeds and we put God in the judgment seat as an earthly judge who has a code of law and the facts and
Santa Claus with naughty and nice list.
Yeah. It's more complicated. It's about our heart. And God is trying to get our attention, so to speak, and it wants to conform our hearts. I mean, we are deeply, deeply wounded, we human beings, since original sin. And even after baptism, we still have deep wounds. Chief among them is concupiscence, which is a strong inclination to sin, not just a strong inclination to be rebellious, to be to be earthly, worldly. Our minds turn on all the things. We major in all the minors. We're all, and we don't seem to have a strong desire for God and the things of God. And that's a very deeply wounded heart. Everything is upside down and inside out. And so the Lord is a good heart surgeon, but he has to go to work, and we have to give him the permission. And I think most people, even very non-religious people, realize there's just something messed up. We love things in abundance that are terrible for us and even harmful, and we don't seem to love things that are good for us. And so we need, the old kerygma basically says, the old preaching in the New Testament, you find the sermons and Acts all have this kind of structure. You got it bad, and that ain't good. But there's a doctor in the house. And his name is Jesus. And if you let him go to work, he'll go to work and fix the mess that you are and the mess that you've made. And so there's an old spiritual we often sing in my parish, fix me, Lord. Fix me, Jesus. Fix me, Lord. Fix me.
Hey, thanks, guys, for checking out the Conor Gallagher Show. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, or comment, or whatever you got to do to support it. And I appreciate that very much.